Hi, I'm Donna.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Charles.
Today we're going to be talking to Charles about why he truly believes in this vision of less code, more power, low code development for all. And also we're going to discuss why we have sketchy looking donut with a bite on it on the table. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to Less Code,
More Power.
I'm Donna.
I'm Sarah.
And today we've got with us actually, a very special guest. Charles, please do introduce yourself.
Thank you. So Charles Lamanna, I'm Corporate Vice President for low-code platforms at Microsoft. So things like Power Apps, Power Automate, Common Data Service, AI Builder, all the most exciting, less code, more power products from Microsoft.
Amazing.
This is fun.
So cool, right?
Mm-hmm. We're extra excited because we're going to now ask Charles a bunch of questions that we can't ask the other people because everyone else is like, I don't know if we're supposed to disclose that. But Charles kind of has to because he's on camera with us.
Yeah,
so
social pressure, right?
I know, exactly. So things are going to get real. So tell us, less code, more power, this low code, no code platform. You're a huge believer in it, obviously.
Yes.
You've had a decent career in tech and you came back to the company and you've been working on this from day one. Mm-hmm. So tell us about why. Why do you believe in this so much?
Yeah, so what gets me really excited is, so I've always worked in platforms, so professional developer platforms. I worked in Azure for 4 years after my company was acquired by Microsoft. And in that time, we were always focused on enabling people who went to school for computer science, study for 4 years, a very narrow collection of people. But low code has always been very exciting to me. When I was in Azure, we started Azure Logic Apps, and then
that's right.
Microsoft Flow, Power Automate, and Power Apps, because you started to unlock a huge audience that never had access to technology before. And that's something that I care about a lot, because if you go look at typical technology innovation, it only helps a very small chunk of the population.
Yeah.
But with low code, where you don't actually have to go to school for a long time and be a computer science expert and learn algorithm and data structures, you can enable all these other people, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of other people, to participate in that digital economy. And it's one of the hardest challenges I've ever had to work with, because you have to make it be powerful, but not require code, which is easier said than done.
Absolutely.
So it's a great challenge and a really great cause. And for me, that's what keeps me going every day, is to go come in and do my best, because we're actually doing something that's changing millions of people's lives already.
Absolutely.
Wow.
One thing that I found extremely powerful, well, two major things, is when Satya talked about we're going to have a 500 million app gap in the next 5 years or 10 years or something like that. Is that real? That's real.
Yes, that's real.
Yes, apparently it's real.
I love this stat because I use it all the time. Is that in the next 5 years, there'll be 500 million new apps, which is more than all the apps that were built in the last 40 years.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Wow.
It's because of you all. That's why we have all these apps, because you're going out and building them. So that's amazing. What I found very interesting about that is that demand is not coming from only tech. It's coming from all these other traditional sectors like retail and pharmaceuticals and government and such and such.
Yeah, that's another one of my favorite statistics out there, is that for the first time in the last year, more developers are being hired by non-tech companies than tech companies. So that's retail, energy, transportation, people that, not the Microsofts or Googles or Amazons, it's the typical company out there. And that pivot point is going to be a big deal for low code.
That's right.
Because if you want to go have another 10 million companies start being technology companies, you need to go find the developers to do it.
That's right. That's right. Because there's no way we're going to make more, say, experienced developers by sending more people to computer science school. It's really hard to do, to have people go to 4-year schools, boot camps.
Well, that's the thing as well. And like we have spoken to so many people, and we're going to be speaking to so many people. And the thing is, like, schools aren't always accessible for everyone.
That's right.
And like they are expensive. They're like, you know, it's not something that everyone has the privilege of even, you know, having the choice to go to. Right. So it's not just about changing that and enabling companies. It's actually enabling, it's creating routes and careers and jobs that don't exist today. That's right. And for the future. Really, that's what I love about it. That's amazing.
So accessible.
And let me be corny for a second. Like, so Microsoft, our mission statement is like empower everyone in every organization. This is why it's such a great example, because there are all these people who have complete career transformations. And you have story after story, people that you've had on the show before where that's been true. And you're also making companies more efficient, more productive, and more competitive. So.
Yes, and now that whole feeling of, am I going to get automated out of a job, goes away, where we create people who create the automation. And it's been wild to see so many people in our orgs who are really pushing the Citizen Devs Academy, right? There's so many companies that we've worked with who are like, yeah, we have a Citizen Devs Academy where we grow citizen devs. There are people who know how to use like basic tools or Excel or whatever, but now they're becoming app makers and app devs.
Yep. Yeah, because if you go back 30, 40 years ago, everybody didn't have access to spreadsheets.
Absolutely.
There were people whose job was to run spreadsheets for other people.
Yes, that's
and
right.
I think I read some stat, there was 500,000 people of them like that in the United States who would go just enter in spreadsheets.
Oh my God.
Right? And when you first empower everybody with Excel, you get worried, oh my gosh, are these jobs disappearing? But there's all these great studies that even more jobs were created to go use tools like Excel in accounting, in finance, that are far larger than these lower paid manual data entry jobs.
That's right.
We think the same type of thing will happen with Power Platform. And for all those people who change their careers, they maybe didn't do the same job they did before. They have a better job that pays more, and they get to go create stuff, be innovative, and as opposed to doing just manual tasks over and over again.
They get to have fun. They get
it's
to
way more fun to
enjoy their job. Like, I think it's so important to be able to wake up and like look forward to going to your job. Like, I think that's where it's changed a lot of people's roles, and those people watching, this could be you, right? In terms of if you don't like your job, if you, kind of want something new, the Power Platform and the technology all around it. It's not just the Power Platform. It's like Azure. It's like all of this supporting, like kind of all the other technologies in Microsoft. That it works so well together.
It really does hold together so many of the other tech, which I love.
Yeah.
We were at one of your team meetings, and you did a search on LinkedIn and showed how many Power Platform developer jobs there are and citizen dev jobs there are. That was the first time I've seen it, and I was so surprised.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of, that's when you know you're making a difference, when people start to identify as being a Power Platform developer, because it becomes a valid career path. And what's funny is someone was telling me that there was a consultancy that's looking to hire Power Platform developers. So they're messaging all the people on my team, hey, we're looking for a Power Platform developer.
Yeah. Do you know any? Do you want to join our team?
Are you thinking about having a career?
If anyone's looking for someone,
Power Platform developer.
That's amazing.
So we ask all of our guests to bring something to show. What have you got to show us?
Yeah, so every season or so, every 3 months, I go get a new demo that I use for customers and partners when I show off. And the latest one is TruGreen demo that I have.
I love it.
I used it in a shorter version of this in Satya's keynote at Ignite. So I just wanted to show some of that and some of the additions that we've done since then. Because I really like demos and product that are based on real customer experience.
Yes, that's right.
So TruGreen's a company been around for 40 years. They're the #1 lawn care company in the United States to help customers go get beautiful, healthy lawns.
Amazing.
And the way it used to work before for a customer journey is you'd go to their website, but you'd call a phone number, right? And there'd be people in a contact center that would answer the phone and help work through it. And they wanted to go transform that from instead of calling a phone number, I can talk to a chat bot and I can actually do a booking in their legacy contact management system and have an agent go out to the home.
I love it.
And you can do that all end to end. And the way they did it is they just embedded a chat bot on their homepage, just like this. And what's special about that is how they built it. Of course, it's Power Platform.
Power Virtual Agent.
That's why I had to go show it.
Yes.
Because they completely transformed this project ahead of schedule at a much more reasonable budget because you're able to use low code.
And this is quite new. They just did this recently.
Yes. And I can come in and say, so like with their chatbot, I can say I have a lawn problem. What's great is this entire thing is wired up with the same type of low-code experience that you know and love from Power Platform. On the right-hand side, I can see what the chatbot is doing. This is where I go add new steps. I can just add new steps right inside. If I can stop right-clicking, but I can add new steps right inside of this experience. But also, as I go similarly on the left-hand side with something called tracing, I can see exactly how the bot is responding.
I love it.
And this idea for low-code, it's one of the things that we learned is you can't have build, compile, debug like you would have a developer. It has to all be integrated in one environment. And you see that with Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, Power BI. It's always feeling very alive, right? So as I go work through my chatbot, we can see the bot that I built earlier start to go through all these different branches, provide different options. Like if I go here, it says, do I want to go schedule a service appointment? I can click yes, no. That's the same options that are over here inside of that designer.
Love that.
And as I go through this, what's special is the Power Platform all wires together. Because you don't want to just build a chatbot, I want to build a chatbot that can take action.
Right.
So in the case of TruGreen, they use Power Automate. So this is a fully integrated step which calls out to Power Automate.
Yes.
You can look at that red line on top of it.
I love it. Very good.
But and that will go schedule an appointment with the customer, and that's just by taking an email address. And this whole thing
fantastic.
is very modern because their scheduling system is API enabled, uses the API connectors. But TruGreen is like a lot of our customers, which is when they want to go make an appointment, they use a legacy contact management system. No APIs.
No APIs.
Yes, and to show it, we kind of work with them to get a version, no real customer data in it,
Yes.
but to show what the experience looks like.
Oh,
it looks something
fascinating.
like
Look
this.
at this.
Yes.
This is circa 1998.
Yes, so
Yep.
I like to say it's before model view controller was
Yes.
even coined as a
Yes.
term.
Yeah.
So data, logic, UI,
Yeah.
all mixed together.
Wow.
So how do I go record a booking from the chatbot in a
interesting.
system like
Okay.
this? And that's where the new UI flows capability, which is one of my favorite features
Yes.
we've shipped in a while for Power Platform comes in.
RPA, it's the future.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And so I'm in the Power Automate experience now, and
Yes.
what I want to do is I want to record basically a bunch of steps
Yes.
that will run from the chatbot, will trigger this UI flow
Yes.
whenever I try to make an appointment.
Oh, I love this.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think this is probably one of the first kind of instances where PVA has been connected with UI flows. I
Right.
know UI flows have been,
That's right.
like, it's a new thing, and I'm sure
Yeah.
that we'll totally do a deep dive
Yes.
in another episode on this. This is epic.
I
Yep.
love this.
Yep.
So do you want to talk to people a little bit about RPA and why we're investing so much in
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
RPA is really important for Power Platform because what we realize is we have all these great data connectors, over
That's right.
300 of them. You can go build your own data connector.
Yeah.
But the truth on the ground is there's a lot of stuff on a typical company which
Yes.
doesn't have an API.
That's
And
right.
for which we don't have a connector.
That's right.
And what UI Flows does is it completely changes the way it works. If a human can use the app,
Yes.
the UI Flow bot can use the
Love
same
that.
app.
Yeah.
And that literally means you can automate or build an app over or build a chatbot over anything in a company.
Right.
And,
Nice.
and that's like, we always talk about this no cliffs idea in the Power
Right.
Platform. Like, you never want to make it so people feel boxed in. This
Yeah.
is the ultimate escape hatch.
That's right.
If we can't connect to it, if you can go do it on your local machine, you can record it and register it as
I love
a
it.
UI Flow.
So you're not saying step one, move to this new modern data store. You're saying use whatever data store you've got.
Yes.
You can use our tools on top of whatever you have that must keep working for you, because TruGreen, you've been around 40 years.
Yep.
You're not going to change your data store now.
Yep.
Think about the cost of associated to that. Like, one of the barriers to this is, even whether you're a small organization, mid or
Right.
large, that there's such a huge overhead to go ahead and change all of this stuff. Like,
That's right.
when someone comes into a company, it's like, I'm here, like, kind of, this is an amazing platform. You need to change your entire
Yeah.
Yep.
enterprise structure
Scary,
for it.
yeah.
People don't want to do that.
They don't
just
wanna
see,
do that.
like, money signs.
That's right. That's right. No, I love this. I think this is fantastic.
Yep. And can I show how
Please,
easy it is?
please,
I mean,
please
this is-
do.
yeah, it's
we're
fine.
just like, we love this stuff.
Yeah,
Sure,
this
go
is,
for it.
this is my favorite part is because what's great is I just then run the app the way I would always do it. And this
okay.
is a great example where people who are normally in the business,
Yes.
who would maybe have their job automated away,
Yes.
or the people who do the automation. Because who do you want to automate this? The person who uses the app every
Absolutely.
day.
Yeah.
So they know, okay, I'm going to grab an email address and I'll say put it inside this text box.
Yes.
And that's the email address that came from the chat
The
experience.
chatbot,
Yes. And then, oops, let me misclick right there. Or maybe, there we go.
There we go.
Paste it in, click search, because this is how
Yes.
you look it up.
Okay.
It's found my
Yep.
information here. I can switch over to activities. And
Yes.
what's great is I can create a new, say, note, and I can
Yes.
grab the information from the chatbot experience
Yes.
and paste it inside of the note and save it, and I'm done. And what's
Okay.
great now is whenever the chatbot helps someone,
Yes.
the information is captured in the system. Because it's not like the people on the other end of the phone line go away,
No.
right? Still, the majority of customers still like to make a phone call.
That's right.
But this allows it so if you use a chatbot and then
Yes.
call, you can see it in the same system.
That's right.
And so it's humans and bots working together,
Right.
which is really interesting.
I love that, humans and bots working together.
Yep.
Plus, people still use the tools they're used to. They're like, I've done this job for 40 years.
Yes.
It's just way easier now because the email address is here.
Mm-hmm.
And someone's done the first line rather than me answering the call and working through the issue, reducing like maybe hours of time.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also the thing is as well, like we were talking about jobs, right? And you were talking about like people having their jobs automated away.
Yes.
They become experts in this technology.
That's right.
They're the ones that know it. They're the ones that maintain
Yes.
it. They're
Yep.
the ones that make new
That's right.
like flows and all that kind of stuff.
And that
Yep.
becomes a job that they can do forever
Yeah.
Yep.
in so many companies.
Yep.
Because 500 million apps by 2025, that's
Yep.
a lot more apps by 2030.
Yes.
and beyond.
Yep.
Yeah. That is fantastic. I love that. Thank you for showing us that. Yeah.
Customer experience, okay?
Yeah.
Like, so this is amazing from a technology perspective. So say I was that person that like was on the other end of that like virtual agent, right?
Yeah.
I get you talking to me, giving me all the information I need, having something scheduled for me without even picking up the phone.
That's right.
Without like, I don't know, that could be on my schedule as well. It doesn't have to be like kind of in these insane hours where I'm at work and I don't have access to this kind of stuff. So
I love that.
Yeah.
All right, so one thing we ask of all our guests is to assign a piece of homework to all of you, because this is not just a watching show, it's a doing show. If you don't do your homework, we know. So, Charles, what homework do you have for our lovely audience?
So my request would be, because I'm sure a lot of people have used the Power Platform before, is try something else in the Power Platform you've never tried before. So,
that's a
so
good
if you
one.
use Power BI, try out Power Apps. If you use Power Apps, try out Power Automate. If you use Power Automate, try out Power BI. Or if you tried all three, try out Power Virtual Agents. And if you haven't used any, just get started. Really, the whole thing is built so that in a minute you can sign up, and in 5 minutes you can have your first thing created. I'd say give it a try. It's a ton of fun, and it can really be transformative if you're looking to go become a developer or create things.
And we've got a global community of 3 million plus people
Yep.
on so many countries around the world. There's probably a user group near you if you prefer to meet people in person. And this community is probably the most inclusive, friendly, welcoming group of people you've ever met. We've been around tech space for a long time, this group of us. They're so welcoming, so kind. And you've got a secret mission of having a user group in
500 cities.
500 cities.
That's my goal. It's really in every major city, but I'll be a little conservative.
No, don't be conservative.
No,
you're good.
Every major city in the world.
Yes, every single major city, everywhere in the world, that's the goal.
So as you create these user groups in your cities, tell us, because we want to create this giant map of the world with all of the cities and showcase everywhere that we've got power addicts such as yourselves. All right, that's all the time we have for today. Till next week, less code,
more power.
Thank you.